Bienvenue à tous pour la conférence de presse de November Man. Je vous prie d'accueillir tout de suite la productrice du film, Madame Beau Sinclair. Suivi d'Olga Kominenko, comédienne. Et de Pierce Brosnan, producteur et acteur principal du film. I read recently, now you're referring to the James Bond series yourself, I read recently that you were not really proud of whatever you've been. And do you feel maybe closer? Do you think that something has been caught up here with this character, and maybe would you consider making a series out of this one?
The Daily Telegraph, shame on them, should never have mangled my words in such a fashion, but there you go. No, I'm very proud of my days as James Bond. They are forever in my heart, and it was a huge undertaking. And I'm very proud of the work that I did as James Bond over that decade. I think where the Daily Telegraph mangled the words was that sometimes I look at the work, any of the work that I do, and it's just, could do better. That's all. I think any artist, any actor feels the same way. So the work that I did as James Bond, I hold close to my heart, and it is the gift that keeps giving.
And for you, Pierce, the first question is, so yeah, we're all referring to James Bond, but for this character, did you try maybe to prepare it or to conceive it differently from the James Bond? What was specific here for this character for you?
Well, again, it goes back to the writing of Bill Granger, who wrote these beautiful books, 13 books, and we took from volume number 7. And it is the complexity of the character. It's a man who is a cultured badass, a sassy operative. There is a reality, and there's meat on the bone, so to speak, and there is an intimacy because it is created from Beau Marie and myself and our writers, Carl and Mike Finch. So one had more of it had more of a reality for me. The James Bond movies are so fantastical, and I have to stop here, otherwise I just ramble on. But there you go. You can.
So, nothing to do with the James Bond. I would like to refer to Thomas Crown, because there was a cheap tribute paid to John McTiernan here last week, and he said that in all his career this was the film he was most proud of and he felt closest to. So how did you feel about that experience, and would you consider working again with that director and maybe the same kind of thing?
I would work with John in a heartbeat. I love John McTiernan. We have a long-lasting relationship. I did his first film, which was The Nomads, and Thomas Crown was a big gamble. It was huge shoes to step into, and when we created and wrote the script, there was only one man that I wanted to go to, and we came to John McTiernan, Beau and I, after we formed our company, Irish Dreamtime. And John is such a skilled technician as a filmmaker, but he had never touched the heart of romance, really, and an intimate story. And for me, it was a love story. But of course, he brought so much more to the table with his creativity and his artistry. And that movie has a deep place in my heart, and Beau Marie's, and it's a film that matures well on the shelf, I think.
Oh, oui.